Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dina Hype coming back to you guys with a brand new video, and hope you guys are having a great day so far. In today's video, what we're going to be going over is Treyarch actually released a little post on a Reddit. So if you guys do not know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link to this post in the description. It'll be at the very bottom, so go ahead, go check that out. But pretty much they went ahead and posted on there their feedback from what they thought about from day one, their beta recap. And it's kind of interesting the things that they saw that were probably going wrong. Things that they kind of wanted to pretty much tell us, oh hey, these are things that we kind of noticed. We see you guys doing these things. These are some of the bugs that we see that are going to be a problem that we're going to go ahead and get fixed before the game actually comes out. And pretty much everything there from A to Z in the alphabet is going to be pretty much in this Reddit post. And that's what we're going to be going ahead and covering today. But before we go any further into today's video, please remember, if you guys are brand new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you guys are always notified when I post a new video to this channel. I upload Call of Duty Black Ops 4 videos on here every single day. Whenever the beta is going on, it'll be 2 videos a day. But until then, it's just going to be 1 video a day. So if you guys want to be notified about that kind of stuff, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, please remember to go ahead and drop a like. Very much appreciate it if you did so. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So if you guys do actually want to go ahead and read along with me, you guys can. It'll be in the very bottom of the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll be open you guys up to the Reddit post. But pretty much on this channel, what I do with these posts is I pretty much just read the whole thing from top to bottom. I kind of like chop some pieces out where it's just some mumbo jumbo type of information that we don't really care about. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just start reading. Pretty much it says, last night we began slowly opening the floodgates to Black Ops 4 multiplayer private beta on PS4 to ease server load as we rolled into our official 10 a.m. Pacific Standard start this morning. Over the course of the first 5 to 10 hours, we experienced a few issues with beta packages not launching properly in the EU, as well as some instability associated with the new map Gridlock. We worked quickly to address these issues and we're off to the races on what has been a tremendously fun day one of our PS4 beta. It looks like people have been having a good time in providing the exact type of feedback that we were looking for to make our October 12th launch better for everyone. Now, I'm not going to read the second little paragraph. You guys can read that for yourself. But next up it says, I think we'll go over the frame rate. It says, overall, the general frame rate in the game has been solid for the majority of players. However, we have identified specific cases where a player will experience a bug that causes the game to get into a bad state where frame rate is severely impacted. Now, if you guys do not know what I'm talking about there or what they're pretty much saying, I have experienced this a couple of times in my games. If you guys have not experienced that, you probably will here soon. Trust me, it sucks whenever you actually do experience it. It's like almost like the game is just like chopping like pieces out to where it's like you'll be going. It's pretty much just like game lag. It's like you're playing, you see a guy, you go to aim, and it's like it freezes, and then you're dead. It's something like that. But getting back onto it, it says, we are working with our QA and player support teams to zero in on the shortfalls and gridlock that we're working to improve for our next big update. Next up, they go ahead and go on to our load times. It says, we have also identified a bug that's causing maps to load too slowly for some players in a lobby related to others in the same lobby, which results in those players missing out on the pre-match specialist selection stage. Again, we're working with QA and player support to identify the repro case so that we can implement a fix. Now, the thing I kind of thought they were going to be going on with load times is the fact that whenever you actually want to hop into a game, it takes like a minute to a minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes just to actually get into the game, and that is way too long. That is not my style. I want to just hop into that game. Next up, they go ahead and talk about weapons tuning. It says, for anyone getting wrecked by the SMGs right now, rest assured that we're looking at the performance stats of all the weapons in the game with the flood of new data that we have from the beta, and we will be tuning gameplay content throughout the beta period and beyond based on performances metrics. Look out for an update Saturday morning. Special issue equipment weaponry is the next thing on their list, and they pretty much just go over pretty much all the specialist weapons. If you guys want to go ahead and read over that, you guys can. I'm going to get over to the more important stuff that I thought was kind of funny whenever they talked about it. But pretty much specialist issue and equipment weaponry is pretty much what we're talking about. They just said that the specialist weapons are overpowered and that they're going to go ahead and just do a few little nerfs, and the things that just don't make any sense, they're going to kind of fix them and make them actually kind of fun, because they noticed some of the specialists we do not use. I actually made a video on top 5 worst specialists, so if you guys want to go ahead and check out that video, I'll leave a link to that video also in the description, so if you guys want to go check that video out. feel free to do so. It'll be down at the very bottom, almost like right above where the link to this Reddit post is. But next up, they go ahead and talk about bunny hopping. It says, it's actually quite funny. It says, we see you out there. Clearly your jump game is on point. Jumping in combat is a perfect valid technique, but we may have let a few tweaks slip by that makes you a little bit too valid. This one is high on our list of tuning tasks to address this week. We also see you in your slide game. Don't get anything slides by us. See what I did there? No, Treyarch, we don't see what you did there. They're just trying to make a fun little joke out of this, but like they do know, like we were so used to the Black Ops 3, the sliding, the jumping. They should have thought that we were going to be jumping in World War II. It was so boring. Like we were jumping, we were trying to do the little dolphin dive. There was like nothing that really made it fun anymore. So people are just kind of like, we're trying to find a way to make this game fun, and sliding is one thing that's keeping us interested in the game, as you would probably say. Next thing up on the list that I actually did not really enjoy here over the past day or two of actually playing the game is that they go over their spawns. It says, we're looking at the data of spawns and are tuning this activity alongside the other gameplay systems. Spawn systems are always in constant need of fine-tuning throughout the life of a game because there are always new and evolving behaviors and trends that impact it. If you guys do not know what they're talking about there, they're talking about pretty much pub stomping, spawn trapping, to where people are gonna learn the spawns, they're gonna take advantage of it to a point to where it's going to be once you spawn, you're automatically dead. Like you're gonna spawn and somebody's gonna automatically kill you because they're gonna trap you within your spawn, and it's not even gonna be fun. But pretty much what they're talking about here is that we have designers dedicated to watching the spawn system and constantly working to improve it for a better overall experience. I have noticed in this beta that every single time I spawn, there are times where I will spawn in the middle of the map. There is the map gridlock, the new map. There is a spot on the map. I don't know exactly what you would call that area of the map, but pretty much you would spawn in the corner, and then enemies would automatically be shooting at you. You don't even get a second to pretty much load in and hold your gun up. It's that bad of a spawn. Next up, they go ahead and go towards the free cursor UI. It says, yes, this is a big change, which is why we knew it would be controversial. There are benefits to free cursor that makes it faster to navigate once you get to feel for it. And once we've tuned it effectively, which like all things is ongoing through beta and beyond. For example, you can travel from a selection in one corner of the grid to a selection in the opposite corner of the grid several times faster than you can with the standard D-pad navigation. That said, we understand how off-putting a change like this can be for many players, so we're investigating alternative approaches that bring more don't judge me on how I'm talking. It pretty much says into the system while still maintaining the option of free cursor for those who want it. Next up is armor, and like they were pretty much talking about the free cursor UI. If you guys do not know what they're talking about, they're pretty much talking about the whole thing where it pretty much like in the main menu, it's like that little circle that you can pretty much use around. Before in all Call of Duty, it was like you had to use your D-pad to just go up and down, get around the menu. Now you can just use the cursor. I'm actually not really a big fan of it. I think it's kind of buggy because sometimes I'll go to like actually use it and it doesn't actually go up and down to where I actually need it to go. So I'm not a big fan of it. Next up is armor. We hear that you're saying what you're saying about the armor. We want to proceed thoughtfully and carefully here. We're less than 24 hours into the beta at this point, and not all of the content has been earned or had enough time to settle into the meta of this game. We know that the gear category is new and has a lot of content that sits above the normal power band of perks. Because of that, it's really important that we see the full range of creative class content in play and a lot of data about player performance and with this content before we rush into any changes. With it, from our stats so far, other places of gear are showing up as more effective than armor. That said, we know that it can feel frustrating to fight against, and that feel is where we want to start. But let's give this one a few more days to breathe. They also go ahead and just say right here at the end, there are many other issues that we're also tracking, including some interesting canny behavior. Just know that this is a process and it is constant, ongoing, and only possible through our interactions with you. A lot of cool little information that they kind of pretty much released for us. A lot of cool little info that they pretty much kind of leaked out for us. It's not really info about anything future-wise. It's pretty much saying This is the stuff that they've actually noticed that they need to pretty much fix before the actual game comes out. These are the things that they're probably going to focus on before the second weekend of the actual Black Ops 4 beta comes out, where Xbox players actually get to play, because as you guys know, PS4 players are pretty much like the dummy players. We're going to just go ahead and hop on here. We just have our fun, and then the Xbox players get to come on and have their little bit of fun with us. But that's pretty much been all the info that they had in this Reddit post. I pretty much read it all from the top to bottom. I didn't really chop much pieces out. Everything here was pretty much self-explanatory, and I was able to just read it all out for you guys. Pretty simple. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Remember, if you guys did, hit that like button. And also go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. And turn on the notification bell while you guys are also at it. Remember, if you guys want to go ahead and follow me at any of my social medias, they're down in the description as well. And if you guys want to check out my sponsors, Jerky XP and Fake Grips. Fake Grips is good, really good control grips that you guys can put on your controllers. And Jerky XP, really good beef jerky. I have it pretty much at least once, twice a day. It's really good beef jerky. It's like a really just peaceful snack to eat. But without further ado, guys, it's been your boy Hype. Catch you guys next one. Have a great rest of the day. Peace!